welcome back. This is the Sunshine and Bubblegum podcast, and I think we are effectively Sunshine and Bubblegum now. Do you want to be Sunshine?
No, I think you, in all honesty,
I'll be Sunshine.
I think you've earned the title
of Sunshine. You can be Bubblegum. All right, I think it's a good fit, though. Not saying that. I don't know. I'm going to shut up.
I'm the one that nobody wants in their hair.
I was going to say something about not being sticky. Anyway, welcome back. My name is Lynn, and this is Riley and Jenna. Hi, Riley. You managed to make it in.
Thank you. Hi.
Back through. Back through. Down. Yes. It's not a podcast until the dog weasels her way into it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we've had fabulous holidays. Thanksgiving. We podcast right before Christmas? After Thanksgiving.
It was right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving. So we've had Christmas, New Year's. We have Christmas goodies. And yeah, we're starting the year fresh. I don't have any resolutions this year. You make any New Year's resolutions? Nope.
I don't need that kind of pressure in my life.
There are a couple of yarn resolutions going around. I think it's nine things in 2018, or is this a specific number? And you pick 9 patterns, and that you're gonna knit those 9 things.
Well, to be fair, didn't you say you at least wanted to try and finish like a shawl or something this year?
Yes, the shawl I was gonna do last year. And it's
more
of it's like a schlanket. It's a shawl blanket. It's pretty big.
Oh, wow.
But I have wound up one of the cakes. We're gonna do the other 2 now because somebody got a new Swift and ball winder for Christmas, and it's pretty industrial.
Yeah, it's one of the
awesome
perks of having a husband that reads all of the reviews and is like, I know you said you wanted this 4-ounce one, but everybody on the internet said they thought they only needed a 4-ounce one until they got the 10-ounce one, so I just got you the 10-ounce one. I opened that thing, I was really confused until he explained to me what happened. I was like,
it's like a piece of machinery.
I don't remember Lynn's being this.
I know, it's awesome. Like, we're gonna have to find like a very large solid surface to attach it to, so we can
and I think probably literally for like 2 to 3 days after Christmas, I just wound like a ton of yarn.
And then now you brought it here, so we can finish.
Yeah, so now I brought it here.
Yes. So, as part of my New Year's tradition for the podcast, this is year 2. I like to start January off with reintroducing myself. There's people out there that may be new, hello, and have just recently found us. We did have a lot of new subscribers last month, so thank you, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This is a knitting, crocheting, sewing, crafty podcast, and we are coming to you just outside of New Orleans, Louisiana. And again, my name's Lynn. Jenna. We are moms. We met through a moms group. We started with twins group. Jenna has 3 boys of her own, none of which are twins, but basically Irish twins.
Yeah, close
like, enough.
They're like just out like 2 months or something that makes them like out of the line of Irish twins, I think.
When you're a mom of tiny children and you need mom support, you welcome all. You don't have to be a mother of twins to be in that circle. So, yay!
It worked out.
Yes. I am on social media as Sunshine Bubblegum for Instagram and Ravelry, and Sunshine and Bubblegum on Etsy and Facebook. And
I'm on Ravelry as Fairly Obvious and Instagram as Fairly Loopy,
which I love.
So
if you want to reach out to us at all, you can find us those places. We also have a Ravelry group, which is the Sunshine and Bubblegum podcast group.
Say hi, Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Oh, come on. She's
big dog.
Already had 3 cookies, so she's probably more excited about that there might be more cookies.
Somewhere.
That backfired on having her calm down and go lay down.
I told you that would probably backfire.
Yeah. No, you can't sneak in that way. She's just so, she thinks there's something, actually, you know what's over here that she wants? Oh, this is what best friends are for. King cake. We are about to, actually it started.
We're in carnival season.
We are in carnival season.
Started on the 6th.
3 days in?
Yes,
Today's the night?
It's the night. So we're 3 days in. Yeah, because King's Day technically I think was on Saturday.
Yes, on the 6th. And it ends, I wrote this down.
I should know that.
February 13th, super early this year.
That's right, because they were making, someone was making a joke, because I'm Catholic. Valentine's Day is on Ash Wednesday.
Oh.
And Easter is on April Fool's Day.
Oh my goodness. So all the holidays all at once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. And I was
right.
like, wow,
We have space
interesting.
for all the holidays.
So, at this point, it feels like we're just like keeping them all
Just
in one
shove
space.
them all into
just
one day.
There.
Done. But yeah, that's Mardi Gras is super early this year. Usually it's the end of February.
Right.
Or beginning of March. Like it's been as late as the first week in March.
Yeah, usually it's like mid to late February.
I think around the 28th.
Yeah,
right?
usually that's why I don't know what's going on with the...
I know people needed king cake right away.
That's
probably how it is.
They did that, but they started, what was it? Someone had a Christmas themed king cake. I was like, guys, can we just keep it like... They do that now. Their Valentine's Day thing.
We got Christmas. Our neighbor was nice enough to bring us a Christmas king cake.
Well, there you go.
It was really good.
But Randazzo's doesn't open until like... They opened early this year though. Because everybody like... That's the place in New Orleans where there are lines to get their cakes.
The one over off of Severn.
I think so. Like, you have to pre-order those things.
They're super sweet too. Whenever I send them up to my family, I use Randazzo's. Anyone wants a king cake, randazzos.com or Gambino's. You can order a king cake and they will ship it to you fresh. They're awesome. They're like a giant cinnamon roll with the frosting, purple, green, and gold sprinkles. But it's a giant donut.
Yeah, it's like a giant roll, and they do come with fillings, which is
one of these.
One of them has cream cheese, but they also have like Bavarian cream.
Mine, I'll take
They have strawberry. They have
get them fancy.
Like, tons of just.
Yes.
You walked into Rouse's and it's just like stacks of king cakes, and like just the
dangerous.
check marks about what's in there.
This time of year too, the boy. Hey, get out of the yarn. The boys at school, they're allowed to bring king cake for a snack on Fridays. So if we have snack this Friday actually. So king cake is encouraged to bring as a snack, and they talk about the tradition and the holiday and everything, which they boys probably know more than I do, being a Yankee transplant.
Honestly, I didn't even know king cakes were filled until I came to Louisiana, because I'm from Alabama.
Oh, the second I found out that, I was like,
I'm
gonna stay.
That's what I said. I said, no, I don't like king cakes. They're dry. I was never a fan of like the non-filled king cakes.
Yeah.
Although but at the same point, if you get them made well, they're
if you get them from one of the big king cake bakeries like Gambino's or Randazzo's, and I know there's more out there, they're delicious.
But see, Alabama has Rouse's now, so I think they have
Rouse's are good.
But I mean,
once you go,
and for Alabama, that's really good.
I can see her wandering around the background. Oh my goodness. So in the spirit of Mardi Gras, our friends, the Cherry Purls Podcast, which is Mary and Robin, last year they started the Krewe of Yarnius, Cal, which...
this is new to me. You didn't tell me this.
The parades are... all the big Mardi Gras parades have their own Krewe with a K. Krewe. Krewe, and there's the big ones, the Mystic Krewe of Muses. There's some new ones. There's Nyx, Bacchus, Endymion. They all have their own Krewe, and so it's a play on the Krewes, and that's pretty much everyone that's in the parade: the kings, the queens, the courts, all of the riders. So the Krewe of Yarnius is a cal which started on the 6th. Which was King's Day, and is going to Fat Tuesday, which is Mardi Gras Day here, which is the February 13th. And they've asked us to co-host. And I said yes, so I hope you don't mind.
I just go along with whatever, it's fine.
So
I need to use up the yarn I have.
To join the Krewe of Yarnius, you can knit, crochet, or spin using one of the Mardi Gras colors, which are purple, green, and gold. And you can use any tone. It does not have to be royal, purple. That's like a St. Patrick's Day green and gold. So using a purple, green, or gold yarn or fiber. Let me just make sure I want to get the right. If you're spinning, you need to spin at least 0.7 ounces, so it's enough for a small project. And if you're knitting or crocheting, you have to complete a project. So if you're doing socks, you have to finish both socks. And no small things like blanket squares or something. Like if you're doing a blanket, do a blanket.
Right.
But it can be any type of project, any size, just a completed project. And it can, if you're already working on something, you can enter it in. Whips count. And if you can double dip this project into someone else's cal, go for it. So I think those are all the rules. We're going to host the finished object thread. So we'll have prizes for the finished objects, which is open on the Ravelry page, Sunshine and Bubblegum Ravelry group. There's already an FO thread there. Chatter will be hosted by Mary and Robin. Ooh. So to win more prizes, you can go over there, show off your project, show off your yarns, chat with all the group, learn more about Mardi Gras. I'll make them teach. But they usually have a really good chatter going. And I think that's all I have on that. So, and you do need to be a member of both podcast groups. Got it. I don't know, because I've been spending some time in Massachusetts, but they drop the A's. They usually don't add any extra R's. Well, yes, they do. Park in the car. We went up to Massachusetts for Christmas, and it was cold, -2 one day.
You sent me a screenshot of that.
Yes, but I had Dunkin' Donuts every chance I could. That is like what's one of the big Krispy Kremes down here? Krispy Kremes. Dunkin' Donuts is big up there.
I'm not a fan of Krispy Kreme.
Boston cream donut everywhere I went. Even got the holiday one with the sprinkles on it. Looked like snow. Yes. Holidays donuts.
There you go.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
And I had to pick up my R's apparently on the way up. Way up. Hey, so we have knitting to talk about, we have crochet to talk about, we have Christmas goodies that we got to talk about, and then I have an amazing kit that I'll talk about at the end if anyone wants to know about project bags and yarn and stuff like that. Should we get into it?
Sure. Dive in.
Do you mind if I start with the knitting? I got a couple little
You are fine.
Knitty things.
Go ahead.
Oh, because that'll go into what I'm knitting for the Krewe Yarnius cal. So I have one finished.
So you're knitting and I'm crocheting.
Object. Why did I put?
I don't know.
Hold, please hold. While I find the yarn that I put at the bottom of my barrel. Yeah.
You need hold music. What would that
We
be?
do need pause. I don't know. Anyway, it's probably on the other table. So, I'm back. I finished a thing. I actually knit, cast on, and finished a hat within like 2 weeks while I was in Boston because I decided I needed a warmer hat.
Cold weather is a great motivator.
Right.
This kind of thing. You
will knit faster. This is the bankhead hat by Suzie Gourlay. It's a free pattern. It is a worsted. Ooh, look at the detail on that. It is a worsted weight. The ball of this is somewhere.
Does that match your eyes?
I think the ball is over there. Or at the bottom of this basket.
I feel like the pom-pom might actually match your eyes.
I like it.
Pretty
It
close.
does. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. And this is the very first hand-dyed yarn I ever bought. I showed, I think, on the first episode of my podcast. It is from Coveted Yarn, Flat Rocks Yarns. It's exclusive to Coveted Yarn. This is my friend's shop in Gloucester, and they do have a website if anybody's interested. I don't know this colorway, but they are still dyeing it. At the time, they didn't have colorway names yet. This is
just worsted.
Over 5 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is wool and mohair.
Did the hat have 4 ounces?
I had some left over. So when I finished it, I went to visit Rob while I was up in Gloucester and got this pom-pom, which is from McPorter Farms. They had a whole bunch of, I think I have some pictures, which should be either in the beginning or the end. I have pictures of my trip and some projects that we both finished that were gifts for Christmas. The cool thing about this pom-pom, it's a snap.
Look at that.
So you sew the snap onto the top, and then you can take it off if you need to wash it. Or if you want to get multiple pom-poms, you could change your pom-pom. So if you made like a black hat or a white hat, you could change your pom-pom to match the rest of your outfit.
There you go.
I love that idea. But I have more of this, and I got some Lamb's Pride while I was there, and this is similar base, single ply worsted, and I'm going to do mittens. So I'm going to do the cuffs in this, and then the mitten,
really
hand mitten part in this teal. And I think I should have enough to finish the cuffs. And this will be my Mardi Gras Yarnius entry.
Krewe
of Yarnius. Yes. So that'll be my entry, is my mittens. To finish with that.
Very nice.
And then I have
really pretty.
I know. I'm in love with it. I wore it the whole time I was there, but when I got home, I actually blocked it and it got a little softer because it's a working wool. It's a real hardy I think it's the same base actually as Lamb's Pride. So it's like a fisherman's wool. It's
interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so my second item is an actual new cast on because I made myself a hat. I had to get the guilt trip from my husband that I never did his hat last year that I bought the yarn for when I went up last year for Thanksgiving. 2 years ago now because we're in the new year. So 2016. The yarn is it's just a cascade fingering in a brown. My tag is in a safe place. It's just a really pretty chocolate brown fingering weight. And I have cast on the sockhead hat by Bohoknits, which is Kelly. She's got a little blog and lots of fun patterns. So it is about 9 inches of ribbing. A lot of people do them with really pretty colors. I'm just doing brown because my husband likes brown. And then it's going to be more of a beanie. Their hat is just like a real slouchy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very lightweight because it's the fingering. So lots of ribbing.
Nice.
I have about 3 inches, so I have about another 6 inches to go. It's about 9 inches of ribbing, so you can fold it up. Mm-hmm. And he wants it fitted. So, honey, your hat's in progress. This is my new, throw in my purse, knit in the car when the boys have things going on.
I have projects like that.
Yes. So those are my knitting things. Crocheting things. We both have Christmas things that we finished, Christmas gifts.
Yes.
I finished both the blankets, so I'm going to do a little, maybe I'll start, you may have already seen them. I'll put pictures in the beginning. I have the plain pulling blanket finished and the lark's foot blanket finished, and those have been gifted to my nephews. And you did?
I did a scarf and 2 shawls, which I thought was funny because when you were
in like a month.
Yes. When you were telling me about the project, I was like, oh, well, I don't have anything. You're like, well, work in progress count. I was like,
just finished.
I just finished everything because almost everything I was working on, well, no, because both shawls had purple in them.
Yeah.
And then the scarf had green in it. And so you're like, working in progress count? I was like, I don't have anything in progress. I was just starting 2 other projects. I was like, so that was fun. But yeah, 2 shawls and it was just a V-stitch infinity scarf, and then the Bella Vita shawl, which was shown on here, and then the shawl I did, it was a Summer Sprigs shawl. Summer Sprigs shawl, which I linked to, I discussed on my Instagram, which I have pictures on over there, of it being worked on.
I'll put all the patterns in the show notes, which will be right down below here, but then also on the Ravelry page.
Yeah, I think the problem I was having was I think the patterns I used, none of them are on Ravelry. They don't have names. They're all sites.
They're on blogs.
They're blogs, and that's what makes it a bit more
That's okay. I can still link them, so you can.
But
see them.
All of the patterns were free patterns. So
yeah, both of the hats were free patterns too.
Yeah, and the Summer Sprig scarf, the Bella Vita shawl was a well written pattern, and it took a while to finish. The Summer Sprig scarf surprisingly was really easy to work up, and granted you start and then you increase as you go on, and but it was really easy to work, and it was actually just kind of pleasant to work on.
You worked them all up really quickly because you were sending me pictures and. Then you were just and I'm blocking, and I'm like, woo! We got to talk through blocking,
Yes, because I was I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to blocking, and I don't have blocking squares.
Right.
So I did the wet blocking where I hung it, and then
on a line, yeah. And then you weight it with clothespins, or let it just
sit. Which actually worked pretty well with it just sitting, I think, because
the weight of it.
Yeah, the weight of it was nice. And then I think with the Summer Spring scarf, what I did is I put a towel on my dining room table, and then put it on there and spritzed it with water, and then hung it instead of soaking it, because that was what I think the person suggested for blocking. It was like another blocking method. So I was like, well, I'll just try every blocking method I can run across from.
Dyers that use really bold colors too, like the black and purple. Those are colors that just traditionally tend to bleed.
Yeah.
Because they're very, especially the one you got with that really rich purple that was with the black. A spritz method, Mary has used that before. I think that's how she does a lot of her shawls now.
See, I did that with, that's the one I did it with. Because
so
I was kind of worried.
Soaking it and the water comes out, you just mist it, and just enough to help the yarn relax.
Yeah. And then some people use steam. They'll just steam it. They said, but you just not to do it for acrylic, because it can...
Actually, acrylic, you can steam acrylic. It's the only way to block acrylic, is to steam, because you need heat.
All right.
But you have to put like a towel over it, and then steam it, because if you get the iron too close, acrylic's just plastic and it'll melt.
Yeah.
So then you will have a melted. Look like one of those pot holders, remember that?
Yeah.
With the little plastic squares. So yeah, the best way to block acrylic is to actually steam it, but you have to do like a wet towel over it and then steam into it. Or if you have a
see, I had an actual
steamer and then that works fine.
I actually used that, I think, after I wet blocked it. I did that over it because some parts didn't come out the way I wanted them to.
Yeah, no, those are great. I want to move in with you. You have the Swift, the fancy ball winder, and a handheld
for steamer. Like it's a travel steamer, but it works.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I take that thing everywhere just because it's just so much easier to get like things. Well, when I would get, because I'm from Alabama, so we drive over there, and when we had weddings and stuff like that.
That is true. I'll give you that.
I was like, you could use an iron, but I would just be terrified I'd burn one of the dress shirts.
Dog.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just back. Okay. Head. So I don't have any new crochet things. Oh, I do have one more knitted thing. Sorry. Really quick.
Wait, you didn't show me that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. This is a surprise. Okay, so one of my grandmother's best friends has a new grandbaby in her family. And my grandmother asked me to knit a little sweater. I'm going to do a sweater and a hat. So this is one of the Debbie Bliss patterns. This is Sublime. I'm sorry. This is Sublime pattern. And this little sweater is called the Mate Lot sweater. And it's got that little like blue and white with kind of an Nantucket red trim. And I'm going to knit the sweater, and I'm trying to decide between this little stripy hat and then, or this little, like, I don't know what we'd call that. They just call it the vintage racing helmet with blue or white. But I'm going to try and do a little color work and put a lobster on the hat.
Wow.
Because I'm challenging myself. So either, I don't know, which one does everyone like better? Can you see it? The little stripy hat or this one here, the little racing style hat, blue and white, to go with... I lost my sweater page. This little guy. So cute. I feel like I'm going to be making these for both of my little nephews and my girlfriend who's expecting, because, again, it's baby season. I feel like there's always baby season. Somewhere in the world, it's baby season.
In, like, your family or your, like, circle.
Right? So I'm using, that's why I was thinking. The yarn recommendation is Debbie Bliss yarn, which is a beautiful cashmere, whatever, which I don't think is appropriate for babies. But this is Berroco Comfort. It is a worsted, and it is nylon and acrylic, which is super washable and super kid friendly. And I cast on the back the other night, so I've started the sweater. So that's as far as I've gotten, and it's done in pieces. So you do the back, the front, the sleeves, and then you stitch it all up. And the shoulders had that kind of like, the onesies that crisscross, so it's easy to get over their head. So I like that.
That is nice.
So that's really pretty. So that's the other thing that's going on. A lot of knitting things. No new crochet things yet. But I think I'm going to be into mittens, hats, and cowls. Because when I went home, it was so cold, and that's what everybody needed. Like, so I'm thinking if I can do some Christmas gifts, they're quick, small. Yeah, at 12 months.
There you go. See, and what was it? I was thinking that. I was like, what can I start now for Christmas next year?
We need to do that. Let's set ourselves a goal. Like, let's work on.
And we can just note each other's failures. That's what true friendship is all about.
The Om shawl will probably be. Someday I will be doing selfish knitting, and I'm gonna cast that on. I have it.
So I think that's, but well, you've got the mittens. Yeah, the shawl.
Okay, the brown is in balls, or like, you know, like the little is. This is one of the colors, and the other two we're gonna wind up later. So I'm gonna cast it on this year, and finish it in this year. Yes.
I expect weekly updates.
These would make good pom poms too if I never actually knit this. That just went up my nose. But anyway, so what are your new projects? Do you have anything selfish?
Actually pretty much everything I'm working on is selfish.
Yes. Mostly because I did a scarf
animal.
and 2 shawls, and then I did the boys' hats. The boys had their Halloween hats, but then they got hats for Thanksgiving because it was freezing. It went down to like the 30s or something.
But that technically is freezing.
Yes, I guess that's true. And so they got
just
hats.
Not Arctic.
Yeah, they got hats, and then in that same swoop when I was doing their hats, I made my sister-in-law an ear warmer because she forgot hers at home, and I just was like, I have extra green yarn, so I'll just go ahead and make that up. I didn't tell her I was doing it until I was finished because I was like, if I don't finish this, I'm gonna look like a jerk.
Yeah, no pressure.
Of course, afterwards she goes, I feel bad because she was teasing me about me making her an ear warmer, and I was like, I'm just gonna make one. It's fine. I'll just say it's just whatever.
A quick crochet.
Yeah, just a quick crochet headband. That's fine. But when I gave it to her, she's like, well, I feel bad. I was just teasing. I'm like, Emily, it's fine.
Did you say now you have to wear it every day?
She does wear it. She sent me pictures of it.
She is crochet worthy. I was gonna say knit worthy, but you crocheted it.
Yeah, she wears it. She wears it when she goes out because she goes out in the morning and stuff with her mom. They go out at night and they go just for walks and stuff like that. So she wears it when it's cold. So I mean, she's obviously she likes it, so that's good. She's like, it's so warm. And then she was the one I made the scarf for, and she loved that. She also said the same thing. She's like, it's just warm. It's nice. I like it. And the colors were they're like 100% her like style. So it worked out. So, but after that, and the scarf, and the shawls, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make myself something.
Yeah, you whipped up like 2 things after we podcasted and before here that were all Christmas gifts. So.
And then I think it was because I told my husband, I said, I feel so bad because I haven't made anything for you. He was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you can go ahead and make something else. He goes, I don't care when
Brad is excited about socks, so we'll have to work.
Yeah, he said socks, but I have to learn to knit before I do that.
What if I teach you on like more of a heavier weight to start with, like a worsted weight? Very Pink Knits just posted she was making new sleep socks because I think she's like in Arizona, so she's in another hot climate where you don't need the sort of wool sock. Yeah. But she makes like really worsted weight, big, like in their bigger socks they knit up quick for sleeping in.
Oh.
Because some people like that. I always kick my socks off. I can't sleep in socks.
I'll sleep with them for a while, but then I get really hot.
I know. I love them at night. But then when I go to bed with them, they're in the bottom of the bed somewhere.
I don't know where they end up, actually.
That, I think, is a good place. We can make Brad.
My socks go wherever the dryer takes them. I have no idea where they go.
Well, show me your hats.
Okay, so these are fairly simple. It started out, my oldest was the first one, which was the Inventorium, did a crochet cable stitch, which does front, post, and then, but it just did, like, I've never done those stitches before.
So this is an interpretation of that pattern?
It's a loose interpretation of the Inventorium pattern. In all honesty, if you are familiar enough with the front, like, post double crochet and that stuff, you will have no issue with this because it's a very well written pattern.
Go left, right.
Yeah, it's a very well written pattern. My thing was I wasn't 100% sure where I was going with it, and then about halfway through the gray part, I went, "Oh wait, now I get it." But at that
was
point,
your first time doing.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever done it. Yeah, I'd never done it before.
So this one is Seth.
And so, but in all honesty,
super cute.
It still looks really cute
so
on. It gives it a nice chunky
look. Makes my haircut look awesome.
So even
person, apparently.
You are also nice.
I am
Got
nice.
his pen on there.
Nice.
The pen that Nathan took his off. He was like, nope, not happening. No. He insisted on an all green hat. So what I liked about this was, though, I learned how to do the ribbed.
Yeah, yes.
Crochet which I'd never done on a hat before. And so I was like, oh, I can start all my hats like this.
That's super stretchy.
And I was able to do the and I decreased all of them. I'm used to working.
Hope I'm not stretching there. You kids have big heads.
Trust me, you're not at all. Especially
that I won't stuff that one on. This is your middle child.
Yeah, that's Nathan's. But I mean, that thing has a lot of give to it.
It does.
I'll be honest, because he what he does.
He's only 4.
He pulls it like down.
Yeah.
I'm like, Nathan, I can't see your eyes.
And this one's half double.
Yeah, it's it's just
the details, kind of the ribbing and the
the ribbing. The ribbing is that's half double crochet, single crochet.
I really have missed working with worsted weight. I think obviously like it's nicer to work with it this time of year because it is cooler out and it's a heavier weight yarn. But
see, I tried to do Brendan's is a different ribbing.
Yeah. Oh, but I like
he's got a different ribbing.
Okay, so this is the ribbing from the first hat, which is more of like a one. It would be like a 1x1.
I tried to make them all a little bit different.
Super stretchy.
Yeah, so that helps a lot.
And this one's got more of a gathered top.
Yeah, his like pulled together just
definitely won't stick this one on my head. Poor little one. Oh, you gotta show his button. I tried really, really hard. That's what it says.
He's my little mischievous one.
Oh my goodness. These came out awesome.
So I did those in like a week because it was really cold and I was just like,
that's like your personal challenge. Kids need hats, got to be done in a week.
Brad has a picture of me sitting like when I was on the verge of finishing Nathan's. We were outside waiting to go inside to visit my grandparents, and I'm sitting outside and it's cold, so I'm bundled up, and Nathan Seth's got his hat because his was finished, and he's just got me, and I'm just sitting, and I'm like crocheting, and like Nathan and Seth are like playing over here, and he goes, "This is just like the perfect picture. This is a Jenna picture," because I'm just sitting here and I'm crocheting a green hat, and then I was like, if I don't finish this hat, Nathan's gonna be so upset with me because he was like, "I want my green hat. When is it gonna be done? Is it finished yet?"
Sean's been begging me for an ear warmer. I knitted one as a sample for the Joanne's classes. Like that's one of the projects, and Sean's like, "Where's mine? Where's mine? Where's mine?"
That's what they asked.
So I need to just sit down and do it. It takes like an hour.
It was the funniest. It was almost sweet. I was working on my mother-in-law's shawl, and Seth comes. My oldest comes up, and he goes, "What are you working on?" I go, "Oh, this is for your grandmother. I'm just trying to finish it up for her."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you ever make yourself anything?" And I said, "Well, when I'm done, I'm gonna make myself a scarf,
or you can start working on the blanket again."
Yeah, there you go. Or similar. That just needs to be start over. I gotta start over from scratch on that one. And I go, "Well, I'm gonna make myself a scarf. I got myself some yarn that I really like, so I'm gonna do that after I'm done with the job." There's a long pause. "Can you make me a scarf?"
So close.
I was like,
I know Sean's decided that Michael needs hand knit socks now because he loves his so much, and he's almost outgrown them. And he's like, "I think Michael needs socks," and I'm like, "Mom can't even finish her own pair of socks."
No,
I think I need to switch to worsted socks.
Probably.
Everyone's getting cozy sleep socks now. That might be the new thing.
To be fair, if you have them, they're almost like wearing like slippers,
hats, and cowls.
I kind of want to make myself a pair of sleeve socks just because I have a pair of slippers that I've become obsessed with wearing. I just wear them around the house.
I know, I need slippers. I need some slippers with like black bottoms because my poor knitted socks. Anyway.
Yeah. I didn't need anything.
You don't need to know about how dirty my floors are.
We can all relate. It's fine.
What do you? Right.
I can show you what I got for Christmas for my mother-in-law. She got me this. This is a Bags by Awesome Granny. It is Swan Lake. It is one of her large bags.
This is gorgeous. Look at those trees.
Swan Lake was a big thing for me when I was younger. I loved the music, but I had the book, and we watched an anime movie that was called Swan Lake. I'd never seen the ballet. or
I
anything like that.
haven't seen the ballet.
No. It's a bit more depressing than the book I had.
Is it pink on the
And yeah.
pink this or tag? Bags by Awesome Granny, because Granny is awesome.
So there's that, and then I bought myself 2 other bags from
This one.
her. There's that one, which is the Notions bag.
This is ridiculously cute. The books with the text,
Yeah.
typewriter text on the inside.
And
Ooh,
then
and all kinds of notions. Ooh,
yeah.
here.
Mhm.
Those light up crochet hooks? No, they're
No,
just
they're
okay.
just plastic.
Okay, like what?
I don't have
Fancy
those.
pants?
No, not at all. No offense.
You
And
did get
then
me.
I have this one because
Nolan's
you
Jazz.
need it.
Yeah. There's a streetcar on that one too.
Yeah, there's a there's
There it
it's
is.
different.
I love that bag.
Yes.
It's really cute.
So I got that one because just because these are like really handy. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that one. And I'm gonna get that one, and then you're gonna put a string in the one you're making me.
I have one for you as your Christmas
And
gift.
so I was like, I will be set.
Yes.
Because I will have
Just
something for everything.
I need to
Because
just
I
top
had
stitch.
I was trying to explain, because everyone's like, because trying to explain to people why you need bags for your projects. It's like, well, why don't you? I was like, you don't understand. Because it's so much easier. And then when you have a different bag, like you know which project is in
Yep.
which bag, and you also have different sizes. And like even with this one, what I like is the fact that if I have
you can put a couple
I
projects.
can put a couple projects in it. I could technically have a medium project in there and then have 2 small projects and carry
right.
them.
That's like a travel bag
Yeah.
for your.
Like I'm like, this
projects.
is perfect. It's necessary.
I got a present.
What'd you get?
Someone got me.
Oh
this.
yeah. That was a silly question.
Woo-hoo! This is a pillow cover. Oh, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Someone got me for Christmas. So now I really have to finish your bag because I'm like, but you can't see it on here. The Marauders map glows in the dark.
Yeah, it's like very faint. But if you put a black light on it, or if you get it out and then put it in the dark, like everything lights up.
Oh my goodness. Yes, so I have to get a pillow to pop in there.
But I feel like pretty much anybody that knows Lynn understands this is
Right?
Lynn.
I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Now I feel like I need to go and see if they have the other one that says Mischief Managed.
There you go.
Oh my god, I love this. Love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Christmassy things. What else? Oh. I got. My brother sent me this as by Debbie Bliss. It is
That's really cool
Rialto luxury sock, and it is kind of like a gradient double twist. So there's 2 colors that twist, and then it gradiates different colors throughout it. And it says on here the color is Wilderness. On the tag it says color is 6, number 6. And it is wool polyamide, which is like a nylon. So I'm thinking there's like a little bit of blue in there in the middle. I don't know how deep, but mostly grays and blues. I think I want to get one more of these and make this a shawl.
That would be really pretty.
Yeah, or a cowl. That might be really nice. Maybe I can find a pattern for just 100 grams to do a cowl. I think that would be so cool to like gradiate. Thank you. And my sister, so that was from my brother. My sister got me this gorgeousness, which we wound up because she got a Swift for Christmas. Everyone got a Swift but me. This is Ron Weasley by the lovely Kayleen Weaver, who is Little Bean Crochet, and this is a Little Bean Loves yarn. And this is her single ply worsted. Oh my god. And this is going to be another hat. I think I'm going to use the same pattern, the bankhead, or maybe the same shape. I want the same shape.
Do you think you would like get an orange puff, or would you just get a white one?
I don't know. I always lean towards navy, but that orange is really striking. Like that.
I like the orange.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
was thinking
fair.
if I could find a really maybe brownish orange.
Or maybe a gray.
Yeah, because there's some
There's
brown.
gray in
Yeah.
there.
Like stroking. But Rob had a navy and a burnt orange with like little black flecks in it, pom poms.
I'm gonna start sending you with a shopping list when you go up there, and
Yes.
just be like,
So I want
here's some
a similar shape, but the cast on might be okay. I forget the number I cast it on, but it said to knit to 7, and I think I only needed to do about 6 inches. because this is a little slouchier than I would like.
It still looks cute.
Yeah. Or do a bigger cuff.
And she's back.
Oh, Riley. Oh, so close. Get down. Or do a bigger cuff, like your boys' hats.
Yeah.
Because it's like obviously
you can fold it up.
Yeah. So then I could fold it. This is a little too short. So I like the shape of this. So I might use this pattern again, or maybe I'll try for something that's a similar shape. And I think I'll do the same thing. I'd like to make a pair of mittens, so I'd have 2 hats and mittens that would go with this. Super soft. Have you started smelling your yarn yet? It smells good.
I don't know. Your dog's been in mine recently, so I don't know how it's gonna smell right now.
So that
At least this isn't yarn for anybody else.
I also still have a worsted weight one from Kayleen from last year that are going to be fingerless mitts, and I found a beautiful leaf pattern.
Ooh.
That it is willow. She did a wand collection of all magical trees that wands are made out of, and that mine was willow. So I think I believe that's the. I believe it's willow, but whatever my wand is, I bought that one, and it's browns and greens, and I'm gonna do the leaf pattern. And Kira got me a teaspoon that. I hope this comes up. Ron's emotional range.
Usually, right?
So if you're not a Harry Potter fan, you might not get this. Are you going for the king cake?
I'm trying to remember which one's which.
Take a bite out of each and we'll find out. Ron has the emotional range of a teaspoon. So this needs to now go into my tea. I love this. Oh my god.
I don't care if this isn't filled or not. This is really good.
I care because I want the one with the cream cheese in it.
You should have looked at it and figure out which one. I think.
Oh, and that little spoon was from Milk and Honey.
Maybe this is the cream cheese one.
Milk and Honey. milkandhoneyluxuries.com.
You know, wait.
And I'm going to have to, they're on Instagram too at Milk and Honey Luxuries. It's owned by Sarah and Ryan Parker. This is so cute, this little spoon. So I think this is a filled one. Okay.
You're going to have to try it.
I have to, well,
sacrifices.
So this is adorable. Sorry for the interruption. What are those? Automatic, whatever.
Telemark, something
yeah,
like
it was
that.
a New Orleans phone number. I thought it might be the school, so I answered it. It wasn't.
Nope.
But we're back. We're eating king cake. We're talking about yarn.
It's really
Did
good.
you get any new Christmas yarn?
Actually, you know what? I didn't tell you this, but this yarn right here, my mom, basically, she was like, I'm going to give you and Brad.
I don't care if it's filling in this or not.
It's so good. I can't tell. Honestly, I don't know which one has filling.
This one's mine now.
I think that one has. No, wait. I think that one does have the filling.
Go word for it.
Oh my God. So this was a Christmas present from my mom.
Flipping gorgeous.
This is from
That's like me and a ball of yarn.
Hot Knit Yarn. This is Dirty Peacock, but it's a particular type of yarn that she did. I can't remember. It's in the bag over there. I almost should have gotten it, but it has a sheen to it.
So it's probably like a bamboo or a silk blend.
Yeah, something. I can't believe I can't remember what it was. And she said, she goes, this. It was an. She said it was an experimental thing she was doing with sport yarn. She only had a limited amount. Which I swear, it's the easiest way to get me on the hook for anything is there is a limited amount.
Well, that's that. But
there is a limited amount.
With every hand-dyed yarn, it's going to be a limited amount because it's a
physical
person.
But it's I only have 6 skeins of this or Hanks or whatever, and I'm like, it's kind of like Etsy gets you when you're I'm looking at this and it's hurry up, 5 people have this in their cart. I'm like, I feel like now you're just making this a challenge.
Let me try to eat this before you're done talking.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out if that's the filled one or not.
I think it is.
Is it? They're both really good, in all honesty, so I don't know.
I matches my shirt. My earring.
There you go. But this is I love
the speckles right there. See if you can put it on the camera. It's pink, red, yellow, green, blue. Yeah.
There's a lot of different.
This is a fun little speckle spot.
There's a lot of different, but she actually, I believe she just has regular, just This is the specific, but I think she has, because I remember that was what it was. I think
It's a new base for her.
Yes, it's a new base, but she's done this colorway before.
Yeah.
And so I was eyeing the colorway. I was eyeing the color.
God,
I was eyeing the colorway. And when this popped up, I was like, it's fate. I must have it before anyone else does.
Shirt right now.
There you go.
Do you think you're going to use that for
I'm still trying to figure out.
Yarnius?
I mean, I might. I'm trying to figure that one out because it depends on what I'm going to end up making. Because I was going to make, what was I going to make? A scarf.
No shame. I have no...
Now I'm trying to remember what I was going to make with the... I know I was going to make a scarf. I can't remember. I think it depended on how much yarn I had after it. I was like, I'll either make myself like an ear warmer or a hat. Depending on how much I have left.
That super pretty hat.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. So it depends.
So a hat would be a good first knit too.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I think we should practice first with worsted before, because knitting fingering is...
Well, this is worsted.
It's hard on your eyes.
Yeah. See, this is worsted.
It's the little tiniest feather in the whole world.
Is worsted.
Maybe that came off your Swan Lake bag.
But then yeah, probably. And then
there's no toys in there.
These are the other two that I was looking at to do, but these I showed off before.
Oh my God, those look awesome.
This is the Night Bus, which was one of the Mystery Harry Potter colorways.
Club, yeah.
From Teeny Button. And then this is Acromantula Venom.
Look, the dog is trying
to... both of these
go under the chair.
Also fit in the Krewe of Yarnius, because this one has...
Absolutely. This is green and purple.
Green and purple, and they almost yellowish green too.
You could totally do like...
purple. So I've got a decision to make that I need to make soon.
Yeah, but you could use these together. Like you could do a 2-color shawl and do either stripe them or use like a half on one, half on the other.
Yeah, that's
like top bottom. These are so pretty.
So I will figure out what I'm going to do. But they're these, and then I have
options.
2 hanks of the Dirty Peacock. I feel like either way, I feel like if we're going to go with the way carnival season is supposed to go, you have to use something called Dirty Peacock or Acromantula Venom.
Yeah.
And the Night Bus is what takes all those crazy people after.
I think any of it would work. Yeah, Mardi Gras is often very tongue-in-cheek and silly. People just go for, outrageous and silly. Costumes don't have to have a theme, other than maybe like sometimes they're kind of is Provençal, French. The fancy costume dress with the wigs. I just love the fact that I find the boas and the
most people have like a collection of wigs.
Masquerade.
There you go.
Yes, I do have a collection of wigs. Oh, we should have worn the wigs. I have a hot pink wig, and I have a purple. Do I still have my purple one? Oh, and I do. And I have a green one, and the white one I think Kira has.
Can I ask you why you have those?
Mardi Gras.
You just have those for Mardi Gras?
Before children, we used to dress up all the time. Like I have this little purple dress with white tulle, and I had the purple wig, and purple false eyelashes.
Why didn't we know each other before we had kids?
I don't know.
Because we didn't have kids.
We didn't have kids. That's right, because we physically hadn't had any way to meet yet.
No, not that I'm aware of. Some random bumping in the supermarket.
And then we would have been like,
"You're weird."
Excuse me. I need to get to the peas.
Sorry. Judging what's in each other's shopping cart.
I wouldn't judge you.
Do.
To your face, I wouldn't judge you. Why does somebody need that many Brussels sprouts? Do you even eat Brussels sprouts?
I'm
really good with bacon.
I'd
be a horrible vegan.
They're too. I don't usually eat them, but I like the way my sister-in-law makes them, and I like the way my husband's cousin makes them. So I guess technically my cousin-in-law.
If you roast them,
they roast them.
Or cook them in a cast iron skillet. My sister-in-law,
and onions and let them get happy. She loves Brussels sprouts. She gets so excited when they throw them at the St. Patrick's Day parade.
I've never caught Brussels sprouts.
No, we caught one. I was so
cabbages.
confused. We caught cabbages. We caught the cabbages, the carrots, the potatoes.
We should do some mini recording at the parades, because the parade goes right by my house for the kids. Kids parade. That Little
Rascals.
Little Rascals. So that one goes right by here, and we should do a little parade video. St. Patrick's Day. No, I want corned beef and cabbage. We haven't even gotten through January yet.
Because apparently
with the black eyed peas and the
cabbage?
No,
but apparently cabbage is
For money.
Yeah, is one of it's like basically it's like what do New Orleans people usually
Yes.
eat, and they had a sale on corned beef. So I was like, we all like corned beef.
Yep.
Brad doesn't like black eyed peas.
Eric's not a huge fan. I don't mind them. I like all legumes. But yeah, black eyed peas and cabbage
I like
are
them with
for
ham.
luck and money.
Yeah, I like them with like ham and bacon and
Well,
you know.
see, that's the difference between, well, not really.
But at the same
Because
time,
Boston baked beans have ham in them, so I shouldn't say that. Boston baked beans have ham in them, but if you cook, just like, people up north just don't cook beans. But down here, everybody cooks beans with, like, a pork.
see, Brad doesn't like beans. He's not a fan of beans.
He likes butter beans, and I had never heard of a butter bean until I
Brad
moved
likes
down
green
here.
beans, and
Which
that's
is
as
a
far as the
lima, a
beans go.
baby, like, it's similar looking to a lima bean, but it is different, apparently.
But Brad's just not a fan of beans. Like, I think red beans and rice he doesn't even really like. He only likes the sausage and the stuff, but he doesn't like the beans in it. So he'll eat the meat and the rice.
Brad and Eric are friends. They just like the meat.
He's like, this is the way.
I call
he
Eric
likes
the
jambalaya.
meatitarian.
No, you don't understand.
He
Do
doesn't
you know,
eat
it
vegetables.
doesn't matter what I make. Brad's either gonna put Tony Chachere's on it.
Yes. Tabasco.
Yes.
Yes.
Crystals. But his other thing is
Eric's not a big crystals fan.
he mostly Brad will do crystals, but he
Like
likes
just
Tabasco,
ground pepper until
ground pepper, and he does sriracha now.
Eric
He loves the sriracha, so he will. And I'm like, you did not even taste the
No,
food.
so the men in the South don't actually have real taste buds anymore. They're like
Burnt
upgraded.
off?
Yes, they're burnt off, so they can't taste their food unless there's at least Tabasco on it.
It doesn't matter what I give him too. I'm like,
What did Eric put? Eric put Tabasco on something, and I was mortified. Might have been like spaghetti and meatballs.
Brad does it with like macaroni.
I
and
almost
cheese.
threw up. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Brad does it with macaroni and cheese. He's done it with spaghetti. I'm pretty sure he's done it with spaghetti. He's done it with like chicken Alfredo. And like he'll just put it on there.
I do a Cajun chicken Alfredo, which you do with the Tonys, or you can do like a Cajun seasoning. That's really good with the jalapenos and the
But
sauce.
like it's just
But yeah,
goes
oh,
in there.
they're weird.
I don't
Good
understand
guys.
it. He's like, what? I'm not putting that much on it. Don't get offended.
I'm trying to look through my basket. Oh, here's the rest of my ball.
There you go. Where did it go?
That's the rest of the hat yarn.
We're gonna talk. Are we at the point where
Cuffs,
we're gonna
mittens,
talk about?
bags,
Yeah, what are we doing?
Christmas goodies. I think we did. We did all the goodies. Yes, I have some bag talk. If anyone's interested in project bags and project kits, let me organize myself for 3 seconds here, and then we'll get going on that stuff. Whose cat is that?
It's Norris.
That's no one. Yes. Can you tell everyone what your cat's names are?
My orange cat, my orange and white cat, my cat, because he's mine, is Norris. And my husband's cat, who's black and white, his name is Chuck. So
Actually, if you reverse the cat,
yes,
you have Chuck Norris.
we have Chuck Norris, which like
Awesome.
we were
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
we were like, and they're like 10 now, so it's like 10 years ago that we got them. They're half Siamese,
So they're
which
loud.
we found out they're loud and they're big. So, and we got them. I remember when we went and adopted them because Brad and I were just dating, but he wanted to go get a cat when he moved in the house, so we were gonna go pick out one cat, and we found them, and they were like, these cats are like 2-3 months old. And Brad was like, there's no way these cats are 2-3 months old. They've got to be at least like 6 months old. Look how big they are. And they were so affectionate and like just jumped into.
They're from the same litter?
They were from the same litter. They're brothers.
But they're one's orange, one's they're completely
but they're
different,
just different. I mean, their personalities are different too. But like so we were sitting there and we were like, because we got two of them, and the orange and white one, Norris, really liked me, and the black and white one, Chuck, really liked Brad. Like, he headbutted Brad through the bars, and Brad was like, done. And what happened was he opened the cage, and then Norris jumped in my lap.
Oh.
And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, and I said, well, we could get both of them, and we could call one of them Chuck and one of them Norris.
Where did this
I
like,
don't
come
know.
out of your mouth?
Yes, it did. It just came out of my mouth. I have no idea why. And that was it. So we got both of them, and we brought them home. But they're loud and they're huge.
I think
Norris
my cat
is
might
massive.
have some Siamese. I don't know if y'all heard, that was Sable in the background with her just...
They, Norris and Chuck are bigger than our miniature Schnauzer.
And that's a decent sized schnauzer for a miniature.
Yeah, she's not a toy. She's a mini, like, size of like most of the like, medium sized dogs. But they're bigger than she is. I mean, and if you put like Norris is obsessed with my middle child, he'll just climb on him, and it's so funny to see the size difference between the two of them because it's just this massive cat on his lap. Oh my
I
gosh.
was just actually wondering why the giant dog wasn't here, but the cat. She went to go check her out. They're probably both laying on my bed.
Aw.
Anyway, speaking of awesome cats.
Look, you look.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Miss Wendelica, who is the little woolly things. I hope I said that right, Wendelica. Anyway, is a pattern designer. She does a podcast, and she is out of Oregon. And we met when we started doing the Slow Ass Knitter's Cow, which pretty sure we'll probably get something up as true to its name. We have not done it since last summer. Pretty sure there are always ideas in the works for more. Anyway, I'll get off that. But anyway, that's how I met her. And she is a designer and has designed a ridiculously cute pattern called My Cats Walk All Over Me socks. And they are mid-calf. So she has two sizes, women's small and large, mid-calf to knee-high. So they're really great if you wear boots. Like you could see the cuff at the top. Mm-hmm. And she designed the pattern and reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in doing a bag. And I was like, heck yeah, because cats. Cats.
Come on.
So then she was hunting for a yarn dyer because she had this idea in her head, and I can't believe how amazingly it is happened. Dawn from Chasing Rabbits Fiber, she's out of Texas, dyed up 3 samples of yarn for the project kit. So it's going to be a bag, the pattern, a printed copy of the pattern, and 1 to 2 skeins of yarn you can choose. So she did, and I'm going to put pictures up for all of these at the end because we're in pre-orders right now, and as soon as those close, everything's going to be made and shipped. A ginger tabby,
Calico,
calico, and a gray tabby yarn. And the yarn, if you put it next to a
Oh
cat,
my gosh,
which
it's
I'll put at
fantastic.
the end. You put the yarn and the cat, and then how it knits up is it's so awesome.
It's honestly just
It
even
is
looking
so
at the yarn.
awesome.
Like you can look at the yarn and tell what cat.
Yes.
You're like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So let me show you. This is the fabric that we chose. So it's got the gray tabby, the orange cat tabby, and a little calico, more of a black and white in here. But so those are the kitty fabrics, and then the inside are these ridiculously cute paw prints. So this is the bag fabric, which is awesome sauce. And these will be the bags. So this is going to be a sock size bag, which will hold 1 to 2 skeins. 1 to 2 skein project. So you know.
You could just use that as like a regular bag for something.
I don't want to make pillows out of it.
That would be adorable.
So that's the fabric. At the end of this podcast will be the pictures of the yarn and the bag and the kit and the pattern. So you can choose. Pre-orders are open till January 22nd in either my Etsy shop, which is sunshineandbubblegum.etsy.com, or in Wendelica's, either one. They're same exact kits. In Wendelica's Etsy shop, which I will have linked below, but I believe is Little Woolly Things. I always invert
I'm pretty sure
the little and the woolly.
I think you're right.
Okay, so that'll be linked to. You can order at either shop, the exact same patterns. You pick which colored yarn you want, and then you can choose if you want enough yarn to do the mid-calf or the knee-high, because the knee-high needs just, it's knee-high socks.
I mean, it's going to need more yarn.
But the cat prints start on your foot, on the top of your foot, and then they wrap around your
That's so
ankle, and
cute.
then they go up the back. It's so cute. It's so cute. So
No, it really is adorable.
those will be open till January 22nd, and then after that we may have a few kits that, once everything's ordered, because the yarn has to be dyed and everything, we might have a few that'll just be up in the shops afterwards, but we're hoping to get the pre-orders in so we can know how many of everything to
general
make.
gauge of that.
Yes. And then I have a couple other fabrics that I had to show because I got these Uptown. There's a, oh my god, anyway, an amazing fabric store Uptown. And I bought this when I went there with Robin and Mary before the holidays. Look at these sheep. They're balls of yarn. So I'm going to make a couple bags out of this to put up. And then I have this like mustardy color that'll be like the top of the bag. So I still need to find like an interior fabric.
The inside, yeah, that kind of looks like, you know, when you get annoyed with your yarn.
Oh yeah, it's got like
because
little,
it's not coming out right.
It's got like little, I think it's called a schlub. It's got like little schlubs. Or like a clothesline, like maybe a,
there you go.
Oh my goodness, so cute. So the sheeps, can't stand the sheeps. And then this one is yarn too, and it's so sweet. It's little hearts. Look how cute. And they're like a light gray, dark gray, a soft green, and 2 pinks. And they're knitted hearts, the little knitting needles and like loopy yarn. And then I found this, which has got almost a little, every once in a while, oh, you can see it. There's a sparkle of a sheen silver. And it's just this palest pink and this gray.
Look at that.
So pretty. So those are some bags that I'll have up, coming up shortly in the shop. But I just love the fabric. I had to show it off. I had to show it off. And they'll all be my drawstring size bags. I might try and start doing some more medium size bags, but I make drawstrings in case anybody didn't know. Which,
They're there.
how did I didn't even bring one of my bags over. That's horrible.
I mean, I would have one if you finished mine.
That is true. I'm going to finish it before you leave today because I just have to, and then string and this done. I know the 2 bags I have right here weren't made by me. One was made by my mom and one was a gift from Mrs. Brown's bag. So, but please check me out. Come see it if you're interested in the cat kits. Please order one. That would be amazing. I think that's.
I mean, you do still have some like really cute bags on the shop. I can always keep
yes,
my
there's
eye
the
on
cactus ones up there. There's the little Neko kitties. That one's been popular. I still have all the holiday ones up there.
Some of the holiday ones I saw, I think, they don't necessarily just restrict themselves.
They're more fall. I try to go not necessarily like Merry Christmas or Thanksgiving.
And some of them like just kind of seem a little bit more winter.
I like the potions bag too. There's a potions bag with potions bottles for all my Harry Potter friends. I can't show you any of these because I came unprepared for this last part, apparently. And we've also wedged ourselves in this corner, so if we get up, the dog is going to fly in and get to the yarn.
Yes.
Yay! What a wonderful way to start the new year.
There you go.
King Cake Coffee. King Cake. Yarn
projects.
Yes.
You get to do your mittens.
Yep.
And I get to do something.
Yes. And Sean, the boys are 5 now, Sean and Michael, and they are classifying like time by holidays. Because October starts their birthday. Then it's Halloween, and then it's Thanksgiving, and then we had Christmas, New Year's, and then so that now the question was, what holiday is next? And I said Mardi Gras. And then without skipping, then what? Then what? Then what? I'm like, you got Mardi Gras,
I remember going through that.
Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. They're like, but when's it Christmas again?
I was about to say, Seth goes, for next Christmas, it was just Christmas.
He asked, can it be Christmas every day? I'm like, honey, everybody wants it to be Christmas every day.
You should
but
show...
then it wouldn't be fun.
There is a
short. If it was
Christmas
every day.
There's a short that has Huey, Dewey, and Louie that addresses that question.
Yes, we've seen that one, when it's Christmas every day. Yep. They've watched that one.
Do you know how upset I am that my kids never, ever want to do anything, like, themed to the 3 of them? The closest we ever got was the dinosaurs. That was pretty much it.
Should be Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I wanted to do them Huey, Dewey, and Louie, but I don't know how to convince them to do that. I'm going to have to get them into, like, DuckTales.
Yeah. Oh, DuckTales.
Brad just goes, if they do that, can I be...
That.
What's his name? Not Scrooge McDuck. The... like Scottish arch enemy of Scrooge McDuck. Oh my god, I cannot remember his name. He's like, I want to be that guy. I can't remember.
Uncle. It's the uncle.
Is he an uncle?
Because he's in the Huey, Dewey, and Louie Christmas Every Day one. Big. Wow.
No, that's Scrooge McDuck.
That's Scrooge.
Uncle Donald.
Uncle Donald.
Scrooge McDuck. No, there is a arch enemy in DuckTales that is like the
Oh,
other.
yeah, yes,
it's
yes,
like the
yes,
second
yes,
richest duck next to Scrooge McDuck. So they're always against each other. And Brad's like, I want to be that guy. I was like, really? Of course you do. He's like, you're gonna wear a kilt?
Don't get me started on kilts. I just started reading Outlander again.
Oh Lord.
I'm on
He would totally, but he would wear a kilt. Like if
Echo in the Bone.
he has no Scottish or Irish in him. He's French Italian with some German. Yeah, French Italian German.
Eric won't wear a kilt. I asked.
See, I have.
He's not Scottish, right?
I have like basically we don't. The only like Brad and I are completely different in every like way of that state, except for the fact that we both have German.
But yeah, Eric
I have no French.
But our boys are 100% mutt.
Yeah, the
American mutt.
We're like
I'm Irish, English, Sicilian. My grandmother's from Newfoundland, and then Eric has Maestrovich was his grandfather's.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, on his mother's side, and then French, Cajun, and
yeah. See, we had I'm
a little bit of everything.
Polish, Irish. I'm red Irish and I'm dark Irish. Which apparently dark Irish I think it means that you have Sicilian in you. It's like when the Sicilians were in Ireland. So it's like the black hair Irish with the dark eyes and stuff like that. But then I have red Irish in me. And then I have British.
I have whatever Pasty McPastington, British, Irish.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think we've actually got like almost the same skin tone.
Mm-hmm. Freckles too.
There you go.
Okay. Should we blather?
I think we're okay. I think they probably want to.
Are you still there?
Probably not. No.
Have you
They're
left?
long
Did you
gone.
click off a while ago? Oh my goodness. Well, so what do you think? We're going to shoot for once a month podcast?
Yes, we can do that.
That
You can
seems
shoot for it.
manageable. I'm going to shoot for, now that I've figured out how to upload them off my phone to my computer, because I don't have an iMac, and I use an iPhone for recording. I'm going to shoot to try and post them closer to the time we record them.
Probably a good idea, especially considering we're starting something that was
Yeah, time frames. So we're not posting them the day before we record.
Right, there you go. It's usually a problem.
Solemnly swear.
It happens.
Woohoo!
All right.
So, we will see you back probably end of January, beginning of February.
End of January, beginning of February. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.